Are you trading currency pair? Is it NZD-JPY? Is that a
Yeah,
trade?
Kiwi yen right now. That was for the inflation news, which came out higher actually for Kiwi, which was somewhat promising for me. I'll pull up the chart. I uh, I got in around. Let me see what price it was. Um, like 86,548.
Mm-hmm.
So slightly in profit, not huge, but just hoping to ride things back up to this double top here around 88 and see where things go from there. But looking at two very different central banks, I feel like the RBNZs, now that they've seen a recent rise in inflation, could be concerning for them. Maybe they'll want to keep rates higher for longer, or maybe even hike again. But they're doing what the BOJ is not doing. So that's why I like this pair to the long side.
Sure. And anything else you're watching? Are you looking at gold still? Are you looking at anything else?
I'm not really looking at gold right now. I'm in oil. I'm planning on riding that as long as I can. I've been very aggressive on the trails, as
Nice.
in maybe is it aggressive or conservative? I'm keeping the trailing distance very large because I want to see how this trade runs. But yeah, so COT's buying this up, or Smart Money's buying this up, and just broke new highs. So I'm happy to be in this trade and hoping to, just hold on to this for a while
Yeah,
I
that's a
look
that's
for
a really
setups.
solid move, Frank. Where did you get in on oil?
Um, let's see, 80.8.
Dang, that's really good. So you got that. Is it that wick on the daily chart that's right there, the second to last candle? Did you get in on that one, or did you get in a couple days before that?
Wait, when did I buy this? Let me look again.
Did you know our market scanning software, the EDGEFINDER, just got even better? Check out our newest asset, Bitcoin. That's right, Bitcoin was our most requested feature update, and we're so excited to announce Bitcoin is finally here with plans to add even more crypto in the future. We've also updated our most popular feature, the Smart Money Tracker, adding even more data than before. The EDGEFINDER not only automatically scores 8 different metrics for each asset to give it an overall buy, sell, or neutral score, but it also keeps track of bank and analyst positioning, stores historical fundamental data, shows how assets are trending throughout the day, and so much more. Right now, our YouTube viewers can get the EDGEFINDER at a discounted price when they use promo code A1YT. You can check out the EDGEFINDER with the link down in the description below, and again, get it for the special discounted price when you use promo code A1YT at checkout.
It was yesterday.
Okay,
So
perfect. Nice.
let's
You got
see,
that
80 point
that nice
whatever.
wick that shot up in your favor.
Yeah, it was at this trend line kind of support. It was starting to bounce off, so I thought I would try to see a retest at the highs, which it thankfully ended up doing. So now I'm just trying to hold on as long as I can.
Cool. And if I show my screen, I'm spying on your trade alerts here for a second, Frank. So you bought US oil 80.80, put the stop just below that structure, take another long trade on oil after this setup. As we approach China's inflation later today, oil's been considerable, has seen a considerable pullback. Um, Very cool. Tightening supply of the commodity and demand from smart money last week could suggest higher oil prices. And I like that. I think for those of you guys who watch COT data, Frank is your guy. He of course, there's two parts to that. Frank obviously trades his own money and does his own thing, but he also is behind the scenes building the software tools that we build here at A1 Trading, which are surrounding a lot of COT stuff. And so he's always got a close eye on the COT data. So I hadn't even really looked at oil recently, but it's not something we usually trade, is it, Frank?
No, not really. But in the commodities world, gold was not looking that great. And
Mm-hmm.
then oil saw just a huge bias leaning towards the bull side for the past couple weeks. So I thought, maybe it's time to actually get in this before it takes off again. So that pullback is where I wanted to get in.
Yeah, I mean that's an awesome catch. I'm super jealous. Very nice trades there, Frank. So you've got Kiwi Yen long, you've got oil long, I've got Nas long. So these are kind of our positions collectively. Is there anything else you're watching closely, or are you just pretty much managing those two trades?
Yeah, I really want to get into the indices again,
Okay.
but they're just selling off so hard because of the China CPI news, and there was recent credit ratings um, that were bad. So just really not a lot of good news in the market right now. So I put a marker down here on the Nasdaq around close to 15K. It's 14,982. If it can come down here, maybe. But these are just some kind of bearish candles. Like nothing wants to stay where they're at. And yesterday's rejection wasn't very strong, and
Yeah.
today's just looking like a hammer to the downside. So I think I'm gonna wait maybe, but it all depends on what I see on this time frame, or I guess 1 hour, 4 hour, but we'll see.
Anyways, let's take a look at some currency pairs here. Euro dollar. Quick look at euro dollar here. 4 hour chart has been tough. Sellers have been just kind of in control here. And this makes sense, right? We've seen a lot of dollar strength recently. And so you can see each attempt to go higher for the euro has been met with a lot of resistance, right? We go sideways, pop up again, sellers back in this market. If you're a bull, we always point this out. If you're a bull, you want to see that behavior probably stop. So if you guys are watching Euro USD and you're saying I'm bullish on euro dollar, again, you probably want to start seeing some of these levels of resistance start becoming levels of support. At least that's how I would approach this. So even if I'm trading like off the hourly chart, like I could say, okay, well, I'm still looking for this structural kind of downtrend to break out. So if we get like a big pop, right? Breakouts, pullbacks, breakouts, pullbacks. If we start seeing that behavior, then hey, maybe your bulls are in control. But if you're watching euro dollar and you're saying, well, sellers are just in control, the path of least resistance, in my opinion, right now is still down, right? The euro dollar very well could put in another leg lower. I mean, again, we scroll out of this chart and we say, okay, sellers very well could just come right back to these lows. And if you get the breakout of those lows, again, sellers are still in control. So I never try and take an approach to this as, oh, I'm going to anticipate this is going to break out. Because again, until it does break out, sellers have control here. And what sellers have control means is that I think that path of least resistance is down for the time being. Okay. That would be my take on Euro USD. Am I going to short it? I have to actually take a close look at this. There's a possibility. So overall, Euro USD does actually have a bearish bias. So again, if I was to sell this, which if I do take it, I'll take it inside of the Discord. I might be interested. If I was short bias, what I'd be thinking would be, again, stops above this structure, because I would want to see that behavior hold. If I'm a bear, I want to see behavior continue to be bearish. I don't want to see this thing breaking out. And if it does break out, I personally, for me, that would mean cut my trade. So Euro USD, really interesting here. It's hitting that trend line. If I'm being really picky, I think I might actually wait. See, because here's the thing. If I sell it right here, I have to put a 66 pip stop loss, which is fine. But if I try and wait and be picky, especially with CPI on the horizon, I think I probably get to tighten up my risk reward. Look at this. Now I'm down to 40 pip risk. So I actually kind of like this. I think there may be an opportunity here to play some of this short-term dollar strength. Again, the EDGEFINDER is giving us a nice sell bias. So I like that extra bias. Overall, we're getting a lot of economic figures favoring the USD over the euro right now. Trend is clearly to the downside. Seasonal trends suggest that the month of August is bearish. We can pull that data up to take a closer look. So if I look at this, here's euro USD. It's already pulled up. The last 5-year average is just slightly negative for the euro dollar. What this is telling us is that it takes the data for the last 10 years and it says, hey, what does it typically do? So some more obvious examples would be like September and October, which in these months, we historically have seen in the last 10 years, an average down months, plural, right? There's been a lot of bearishness during those months. Right now, honestly, there's not too much of a bias here. It's pretty mixed, but slightly negative bias. When looking at the Euro USD, the month of August is slightly bearish, okay? So again, I kind of like that. I actually don't hate the idea of looking at Euro USD shorts personally, perhaps on a retest. Now, again, I'm probably going to be picky if I take a trade because we have CPI, and I'm not opposed to taking trades before CPI. It just has to be good trades, right? Trades that I really, really want to take. I'm not going to force anything ahead of a big news event. But because I'm a swing trader, I don't mind taking trades because my stop loss is wide enough. Let's say, CPI moves 50 pips. From here, that would just bring here or here. It's not like I'm day trading and my stop loss is 5 pips or 7 pips and that CPI news is going to destroy me, right? I'm swing trading. So my stop loss and size is appropriate for that. So anyways, yeah, I am watching Euro USD. I actually don't hate that. I also have been keeping a close eye on the Australian dollar against the US dollar. A rally in this one for me would probably mean a selling opportunity. I might actually, so I've got this level here where we previously saw a lot of selling resistance. So if we do get a pop up on Aussie dollar or Euro dollar, we've got some downtrends here that I kind of want to participate in. So I'll keep tabs on that. And again, if I do take that trade, you guys will get notified directly of Frank and I's trades inside of the Discord channel. I mentioned this earlier, and I know that if you've been watching the whole stream, you're going to hear me say this again, so I apologize. But if you have not heard already, we are doing 25% off for people who are watching the live stream right now. If you're not already in our community, we offer one-time payment options, which means you can join our Discord and stick around for good. Stay in the community for the long term. You don't have to pay us monthly or anything like that. All you have to do to get access to that 25% off sale before it ends is click this link to have a direct message conversation with someone on our staff right now. So this is a real person on my team who will help get you set up with a membership. And again, it is 25% off, and we do offer one-time payments, meaning you don't have to pay us consistently. We just put this price tag on. Obviously, of course, it's a business. We make money from this, but also that price tag keeps serious traders in and unserious ones out. Our chat room is not spammy. It's not lazy. It's not people just trying to get rich quick. It's real traders dedicated to this craft who have a similar mindset. So if you'd like to join this genuine community, if you'd like to be a part of it, click that link, and I hope to meet some of you guys in there later today. It should be a very busy week with CPI and PPI on the horizon. So again, shoot us a message if you have not already with that link that's in the chat right now. So I do like again, it's a couple dollar pairs, not something that I thought I would be trading here today, but again, the setups are there and I do kind of like them. If we get a little bit of a squeeze to the upside on some of these dollar crosses, I'm kind of interested. So again, indices, I've traded a lot of indices recently here, but again, I'm pretty much at my last attempt on the NASDAQ. So for now, I've taken a trade here. I've taken another trade in here. Both of those did not work out. So I am watching here for this as my final attempt to be long. If this market structure does not hold, that's going to be a signal for me to go ahead and get out of the way and stay on the sidelines for the indices for now. So a couple things I'm watching: Euro USD, AUD USD, NAS 100, right? These are kind of my watch list. Frank mentioned he is watching NZD-JPY. He's long oil, which I'm super jealous of. Frank called out an oil trade yesterday. Frank is a very modest guy, so sometimes I have to brag on his behalf. Frank literally caught like this, right? He got in there at 80.8, which is about right there. So Frank caught that entry and has been riding that today. So this is a daily chart. So if we bring this down to like the 1 hour chart, you could see, look at how ginormous that candle is. He caught like right there, which is just a crazy, crazy catch. Frank is like I said, he's a very modest, very nice, simple man, and long-term, very close friend of mine. So proud of him for catching that trade. That is beautiful. And I'm a little bit jealous, if I'm being so honest. I wish I caught that oil move. Anyways, I'll catch the next one. That's the way we think. sometimes it's always one or the other. Sometimes Frank has great trades running. Sometimes I have great trades running. It's a very unique experience. I know how rare it is because for many years I didn't trade with anybody else like in the room with me, but Frank and I now trade together every day in the same office. So it's cool. It's a really cool experience. And again, we share everything that we're doing throughout the day inside of the Discord, so you guys can keep up with us throughout the New York session, as well as I do a little Asian session trading as well. So and then London session we have Ivan, so we have pretty much round the clock market coverage going on. All right, so pound USD moving the same direction. Let's see, pound USD 4-hour chart. I just don't like this chart as much. Ivan pointed out that he kind of likes bullishness if we get breakouts. I would agree, like if you get a breakout here, maybe there's something there, right? But what I don't love about the bearish side is that, you know, look at this daily chart. This is pretty rough, right? Huge level of support just got tagged, and we have seen some reaction there. So I don't love the pound USD as much as like the Euro USD. You could make the point, you know, we might be hitting some support on Euro, like we have a little bit of this, but you can see it's not clearly as strong since, you know, look, we saw the Euro dollar, sure, it came down to a level of support, but it hasn't bounced clean off of it like the pound has, right? The pound has held levels of support very, very well. The Euro seems to be struggling with it, and actually sellers are pretty dang strong at that very same level now. So Euro, I'm more bearish on personally. USD JPY, what do you think? Let's look at dollar yen. Dollar yen looks real strong in the daily. Look at this, higher lows. You know, you've got these higher lows coming into this market. I love these arrows, by the way. The arrows is a really cool indicator on TradingView. It's so like easy to point out something that you're looking at. Yeah, higher lows. This chart does look like it wants to head back to previous highs. It might take some time. And again, CPI on the horizon could change everything, but you know, watch for breakouts here, breaks, retests. This is a daily chart, of course. So if we zoom in, you might be able to catch this on a lower time frame. I mean, so if you're watching dollar yen, guys, you've got support here. You've got resistance up ahead. So if you're watching this, right, you kind of have like a little bit of like a flag concept going on, right? Big move, consolidation. Question will be breaks. Can buyers get a hold of it and push that thing back up? So lots of stuff setting up, guys. There's a lot of setups that I think could be really good for tomorrow and Friday.
Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want our broker recommendation, access to our free Discord, free EDGEFINDER, or want to chat with us on Telegram. Remember, you can watch us live in the markets every morning starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have lots more free trading tools and content available on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching.